Cyclone Lincoln has weakened over northern Australia after crossing the coast as a Category 1 system between the Northern Territory-Queensland border and Port MacArthur overnight.
It's expected to produce heavy rain as it moves west across the Northern Territory today and into WA's Kimberley region on Monday, and it could reform into a tropical cyclone on Thursday. Tony Jack is the Mayor of the Roper Gulf Regional Council and joins us now from the nearby town of Katherine. Welcome to Weekend Breakfast.
Good morning, Dan.
Tony, tell me what's the latest from your communities right across the Roper Gulf there?
From talking to them yesterday, like last night, everybody was sort of batting down for the weather and in good spirits, but worrying times, big rain like this, the cyclone coming in. We're so used to it in the Gulf region, and as a Category 1, it's still a threat, it brings a lot of water, a lot of rain, and mainly cutting the roads off and all that, it was full on, like big rain last night, like buckets of it.
Yeah, and I'll get to some of the warnings that are still in place in a moment, but it must be a relief that at least it was downgraded overnight as well.
That's right, we get worried about wet season and all that, especially the cyclone season, and this one was just formed just out from the coast, which then form into Category 1. It's worrying to get the big ones, like the ones from up to 3, coming in. That's where the really worries with the damaging winds and all that, but overall, like that, what I experienced is slow moving. It's sort of going inland, but the worry we've got is going inland there, where we got all the catchment of the rivers, meaning all the roads near rivers going to be cut off, so that's our big worry now, is getting cut off totally now for like up to weeks, maybe 4 weeks or something like that,
And how do those people, particularly in those very remote communities around that area south of Borroloola, around MacArthur River, I think is where you're referring to, how are they preparing and what can they do, or what are they doing right now?
Well, like we prepared for this with emergency. Local sergeant there in control, and with our council workers on the ground. It's a big issue for us, but we work towards emergency and put the plan in place, then including Borroloola and back at home at Robinson River. So we work towards the plan, and everybody's safety and all that, stay indoors, no traveling, all that sort of stuff, so just sit it out, but when the serious one comes, like that's when we look at evacuation like we did in the past, so yeah, it's unfortunate this happened. Was watching, but it turned out to be a Category 1,
And we've got from the Bureau of Meteorology this morning a severe weather warning for heavy, locally intense rainfall and damaging winds across that area of the Carpentaria and then down into the Barkly, which sits over the top of Tennant Creek. The Bureau is saying that the totals could be between 50 and 90 millimetres of rain, and that the 24-hour rainfall totals could be between 60 and 90 millimetres of rain. Strong winds averaging 50 to 60 kilometres, damaging wind gusts as well. And this covers everywhere from MacArthur River, Wollongorang and Borroloola up in your area, right down to Renner Springs, Tennant Creek and Elliot. So are you expecting that that volume of rain that's likely to still come is going to have big impacts on the roads, which we know many of those were cut off in the last couple of weeks as well?
Definitely, because they had inundation of rain already in the northern Barkly. So this is going to travel down there, meaning, they're going to be a lot more, probably hit the highway and all that. There'll probably be closures and all this again, which meaning it's going to affect the national highway, Stewart Highway. And yeah, so it's a big worrying time. But overall, the rain is traveling that way now, inland, and we're going to be dumping a lot of water up on the heads and all the catchment of the Gulf, my area.
Yeah, well, we do wish you luck and hope everything goes well. We'll stay in touch. Tony Jack, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thanks very much for having me on your show.
And Tony Jack is the Mayor of the Roper Gulf Regional Council.